Okay. Here we go. Another episode. Here we go back again.
Do do do.
Blak Cinco. Hit that intro. It's the intro we do. You
Boogity
know what I'm saying?
boogity boom. Boogity
It's really nothing.
boom. Boogity boogity boom.
We just letting it
Boogity
rock for
boogity boom boom boom. Boogity doo doo. N.E.O.
get him sync. Get him
Ooh,
sync.
I even threw words in it this time. You heard that? What
You know what I'm
letters?
saying? That was fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit it with the
N.E.O.
remix. Yo, guys, we back again, y'all. Blak and Cinco. I'm Black.
And I'm Cinco.
And this person right here to my left, this is my man Ty, y'all.
I'm
Ty,
Ty.
say what up to the people.
What's up, guys?
No
I'm
longer a
saying right
stranger
here
to
we
the
back.
community now. Look at that.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
here
Yo, we
now.
here. You know what I'm saying? You see, we got somebody else here. You want to chime in? Y'all already know what we back for. We back one last time. I think it's probably gonna be our
I
last
think
time,
it's the
unless
last
these
time. We
niggas,
hope.
yeah, unless I really hope so. But unless these niggas turn around and do some other shit, this is the last time, y'all. Drake versus Kendrick, round three, right? Round three. We're gonna call this round
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Final
I think
thoughts.
I think this would be round three and where we think it's gonna be at.
Yeah, it's gonna be our round three. You been keeping up with the battle? All right, so you gonna just, you know what I'm saying, follow along. We not really we gonna be chiming on our whole thing. So you know what I'm saying, you be able to chime in on your
Yeah.
whole thoughts about everything, you know, here and there and shit. Yeah, I guess let's get right into it. Round three is officially what
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
not like us versus
Part six.
Hard Part Six. I feel like I'm gonna just jump right into it. Saying
God.
not I ain't gonna front. Not like us. I feel like kind of solidified the battle for me. You know what I'm saying? On the rap side, I'm like, all right, this is what like, and then we spoke about this on the previous episode. You know what I'm saying? How I felt like Kendrick was giving me what. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, all of a sudden, I think it was that night or the night before. He gave me what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the energy, the bars, the disrespectful. He gave me the shits. You know what I'm saying? The beat, DJ Mustard. I don't know where the fuck he come from in this battle, but he came, nigga popped up,
Yo,
dropped a
DJ
banger.
Mustard is technically the X factor in this battle. Does
Cause
this
that
battle
was
go this
that.
way without DJ Mustard doing what he just giving him that beat,
I don't
bro? That
know.
shit's crazy.
Yeah, because if it was anybody else beat, I don't know if it would have been as effective. That nigga Mustard is a monster. Shout out to him. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That track kind of swayed it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say it like that. I'm gonna say Kendrick won I'm gonna say Kendrick won the battle. If I'm saying on the
Yeah.
rap tip for me, because that
Definitely.
actually, you know how I was teetering who go. I was like Drake, I was like Kendrick. Well, at the end of this round three, Kendrick is over Drake. I'm gonna give Heart. What is it? Heartbreak
Heart
Part
part
Six.
six. Just the
Heart
heart
Part
part
Six.
six. Yeah.
Heart Part Six. Fire, fire, fire.
I'm happy you at least appreciate it because a lot of people were just dumping on the song.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And I was telling him earlier, like even though I say Kendrick won the battle, I'm not
Drake
taking nothing away from Drake.
Drake definitely held his own.
Yeah, nah, that shit, and I don't understand why.
Drake just showed that his pen really is his pen and it's not someone else.
And I was saying that to Mo like this whole time. I was like, people act like because he has writers like other people don't, that his pen just doesn't work. And there's times where you could tell that that's his pen. Like I feel like on Family Matters and on the Heart Part
That was
Six,
it.
those are
It's all
obvious.
Drake.
Like the Drake is penning this shit. Like push ups, that's obviously Drake penning that shit. I'm pretty sure. Like 90% sure
Exactly.
those are Drake's pens. Because like there's just a certain different tone that you hear. Well, like you can tell when Drake is like mimicking others and when Drake is just being him.
Exactly.
So that's how I feel about it. But if I had to give you my opinion right there to go off of what you said, I feel like you're right. In a battle of bars and disses, I still feel like it was pretty here. But when it came down to the momentum swing of Not Like Us, it's over. That if it stays right here, it's over as of right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Kendrick's in a clear lead because that's like I don't even think it's his best diss track in the thing, but it's just the biggest banger right now. It's
It's,
But
everywhere.
here's my thing though.
it just took over.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing. Everybody says that Kendrick's got the bigger records, but if you actually look, Drake's records have been played more.
Drake
You're
has
right.
the numbers.
But I
Drake
don't.
has the
But I
numbers.
feel like just
What?
plays and spins don't really dictate how big a record is. Like Family Matters was huge in that moment, and I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and they made a great point. They stepped on it right away. They didn't even give him an hour to shine. Meet the Grams came out, and then like a day later, Not Like Us dropped. So Family Matter, yeah, it had that like hour where it was like, yo, crazy. But then he just stole all that momentum with Not Like Us, and it's like now the track didn't even do what it was supposed to do. Like, yeah, we're playing it.
The keyword you hitting right now, honestly, is momentum. Like the key word you hitting right now is momentum because, like you said, Drake got the numbers. That's clear. You know what I'm saying? Drake got the crazy
He's
numbers.
always
But
gonna do that.
if we are talking about numbers though, for this specific song, for this specific battle, the numbers Not Like Us did within like the little hours, like
Yeah.
first 14 hours, first 24 hours, it was ridiculous. I
It's
was like following them and
everywhere.
looking at it. I'm
People's
like, this is
random
ridiculous.
videos. It's on
It came out at
ESPN.
nighttime. Like it
Exactly.
came out at
Yes.
like at night, and it did millions.
A
Like
whole
People were
fucking
waiting.
a whole side of the country is banging this shit everywhere you go. Like the whole West Coast is eating that up, bro. That beat, like you hear that beat getting ready to drop. I didn't even expect a West Coast Oakland sounding beat like that when he was like,
You know what's funny?
and then it drops, and I'm like, oh my god, it's over. Like I know Kendrick's snapping on this.
snap.
Yeah, I asked Mo, would it have been fair if Kendrick went and got a Dre beat for the beef?
I replied that would have been overkill.
Yeah, at this point, like where it is right now, if like let's say Kendrick decides to reply to the heart.
Instead of going to Mustard for Not Like Us, what if he went to Dre?
I
I
mean,
don't
you
think
know
it would have
what?
did what it did. I don't think this
But,
song would
yeah,
have did what it did.
but like we just said though, yeah, it was like anybody else
Okay.
besides Mustard, it probably wouldn't have did. It would have hit because that's a Dre beat, Dre's name.
we would have got a whole
But
different sound if it was.
yeah, we got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so let me chime in right there too, right? Because I think I had said this. I said this to my little brother. Um, what Kendrick did was kind of like masterful. I said this to my older brother. What Kendrick did was kind of masterful. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake specifically said in one of those disses, "I get more love in the city." You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not a Kendrick, you know this. We mentioned this a few times. I'm not a Kendrick fanatic. You know what I'm saying? But I like his hits here and there. If I'm judging off the hits, Kendrick don't really do the West Coast.
Yeah, you don't do the
He
bottles.
don't he don't do that. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
don't really. So for him to
He
like
played strategically and said, "Let me
for
get my
him
coast. Let me get my
for him
coast."
to play off that and go home and then give them that and then it be a banger, like maybe his first of that kind. It's,
He made sure to
Drake
get every
Drake is gonna have
demographic
to
that he
drop
pushes behind
something
him.
so phenomenal. Like, and I don't even know if there's a track right now that overtake Not Like Us. Like the momentum, like how you said, like I don't even know if there's a track he can drop that can overtake the momentum of Not Like. Honestly,
Like
and that's
I
why
mean,
like
I won't say Drake can't overtake that momentum. It's just is he feeling it's worth it, or he wants to put the effort into that? Because Drake could drop the banger, bro. Like we know he can make the slaps for days, but like, does he
a
feel
few
like he wants to
hours
make something to combat at that?
a few hours after Hard Part 6 dropped, I felt like I'm at work and I'm online and I'm scrolling and I'm getting this eerie feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting this hip hop vibe. I'm like I feel like it's over.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like because
Or
Hard Part
or
6
we're in
was
a
fire
recess.
or recess. You know what I'm saying? Or recess. Saying, but I felt like it was just like this is like we coming to the end of this. And I think
I had that.
I don't know if I said that to you, you know what I mean, or I said that to somebody else, but like yeah, I don't and then all right, and here's why too. Because the messy part of it took over. Not Like Us dropped, right?
He was killing the
Not Like Us
pedophile
dropped,
shit.
and that's the rap part, yeah. But then it's like when you pull apart the lyrics, people
Baka
dig.
got a
You know what
weird
I'm saying?
case. Why is he around?
Yo,
I had
yo,
to Google the
chill.
case, man. He got like a human trafficking
Yo,
case,
and you feel
bro.
me? And it's
I was
like when
shit.
you really dig into it, it's like, Baka, come on, like what are you
Certified
doing,
lover
Baka?
boy, certified pedophile. Wow, wow, wow,
Like you
wow,
feel
wow. Dot fuck him up. Like,
not fuck 'em up, like, and then like it's like it all plays into it. It's like, damn, I like it personally. Me, I wouldn't. And then hit the nigga house got shot at. That was corny.
well, supposedly that has to do with XO, like the weekend.
That was
doesn't have to.
that
I
do
was.
with
really
it.
don't think that had anything to do with it.
Oh wait, you said who's XO?
That's the weekend.
Oh, you said that had to do with
Yeah,
XO.
that
Oh, okay.
supposedly has to do.
Yeah,
with
you
it.
know what? Yeah, you actually.
Oh, so the weekend like that?
Toronto niggas like that, right? Nigga bum. So yeah, I
Wah, wah,
guess.
wah, wah, wah.
Tory
I
Lanez
think
in
we
jail
can.
doing whatever is the version of the Crip Walk that Toronto niggas do. Tory Lanez in jail doing that right now. Like, yeah, Toronto niggas up. I guess. I guess they down and up at the same time.
Then they saying the nigga store got vandalized in UK. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just stuff that was just happening. Like, yeah, this is over. Like, I wouldn't bother to reply. Excuse the I wouldn't bother to reply like musically. Like at this point, like you shooting up my shit, you vandalizing my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man. So I'll be like, all right, I could take this L. Like, fuck it. I took the L. Like, you know what I'm saying? We battled it out. But now I got some other shit to handle because it just got wild out. But you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna give shout outs to Drake though, because Drake just did, I think it was 87. You know, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's in the 80s. 87 sold out motherfucking rap shows, hip hop shows. That's pretty motherfucking big. Like amidst all of this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know
Yeah,
this
to be out
kind
here
of,
beefing and doing tours at the same
yeah,
time.
like this started towards the end of the tour, but like shout out to him for completing it. I seen like the celebration they did on stage. I thought that was real cool.
Hence
You know
why
what I'm
my
saying? I thought
guy
that was real
wanted to
cool.
go on vacation. You know.
He deserved that shit. After the battle and the tours, like he deserved vacation.
Word.
I wouldn't reply. I'm out.
So
You know
yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean, I agree with that. I mean, in a sense, I agree that like yeah, he does do a lot, but like I said, he's like the LeBron of rap. He's not gonna get the credit. Like there's gonna be people who fuck with him who give him the credit, but then there's just so many people who just look at him funny and just don't want to credit anything he does, no matter how big it is or how dope it is. They're just gonna be like, fuck Drake, fuck what he did. He's soft. He paints his nails.
Let me
I'm
let me
like,
ask
yeah,
you a
he paints
question.
his nails and wears clips in his hair, but you know his rapping be crazy though
Let
sometimes.
me let me
Word.
ask you a
It's
question.
always
Let
up
me,
there.
let me ask you a question, Sink. Cause like I've seen funny shit about Drake online. I don't know if you've seen it,
Yeah,
and
I've
some
seen
shit
plenty of
makes sense.
crazy shit about Drake
Some
online.
shit, okay. So I don't gotta be Pacific, but some shit seems true. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
blatantly true. Like, okay, and then some shit is like fabricated with.
I think
But
that's
let me
why the
just ask
Kendrick
you.
angles don't wow me though. Is because like this is all shit that I feel like has been circulating online for a long time.
I was going to. Well, that's what I'm getting to. I was going to say without like substantial evidence to like what Kendrick was saying. Like, what do you think that did for like the? But like people still rioted around it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think that did?
Like all the stories he was just telling.
Yeah,
Well,
the daughter.
I think in a rap battle, just you know, the wow value definitely helps because like even if the daughter thing is not true, when you came out and said it, it made people go, wait, what? Because I know I definitely paused the record the moment he said baby girl, 11-year old. The moment I caught that he was implying he had another kid out there, I was like, pause. Is this true? Like he has another kid and he was hiding this too. Like, because if he was hiding the second kid, that's crazy. That's crazy if he was
Let me
hiding the
ask you
second
this
kid.
now.
Especially her being
Let me
11.
let me
Like,
ask you this now, because you got this. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about Drake saying set all that up? There's no evidence to that either. So how do you feel about it?
well, one, there's little tidbits that you can say might be proof. Because I see where people are like, somebody, I think it was you who sent me the O'Shea Jackson thing. Where you're like, why would you expose it? Da, da, da. I mean, if you literally fell for it already, why not say that I did it, right? Like,
Why not just play along with it? Like,
nah,
fuck it,
not
yeah,
even.
right.
Why not say that I did it? Or and then you were like, oh, his point was more. Why would you make that defensive post about the daughter? Which I saw nothing defensive about the post. It was like, think about it. If somebody lied about you and said, "Yo, Moeblak got beat up," you would probably go online and be like, "Where's the video? Where's somebody who saw me get beat up?" Right? Like,
That's a
so he
fact.
basically
That's true.
just did that. He basically just said, "Somebody bring me the daughter." Cool.
That's
Like,
true.
where's she at?
That's true.
And then to go back to it, there was somebody who brought up some stuff. Think about the line he said in Family Matters, which is the song that precedes the daughter shit. He said right after he did the whole when you put your hands on your girl to self defense because she's bigger than you. He's like your back is against the curb. You was digging for dirt. Should have been digging for proof.
True.
Basically saying you're not doing the research. You're just out here jibber jabbering what you've been told. And then somebody said if you look at that video for Family Matters, when they show like the security guard, the dude in all black, and he's just randomly standing there in the middle of the screen. If you look at the wall on the little building behind him, the little structure, there's a picture of a girl. There's two pictures of the girl, and it's the same picture. and they're saying it's the same girl that they ended up bringing up as the 11-year-old daughter. Like he had basically had all that shit in the background prior to Kendrick saying anything.
Mm. I
So,
said I ain't see that video, but I gotta look. I gotta see.
and somebody as petty as
That's
Drake, I wouldn't put it past him. So I'm more on the believing side. I'm not gonna say I fully believe it, but I'm more on the believing side than I am the disbelieving side because I feel like this is a guy that would go to those levels, especially with a Kendrick because like they've been kind of jabbing at each other for years and years and years, and then also acting like fake about it, and like he was kind of going to levels for Kanye West, who was like the same situation in a
Do you
sense.
think? Do you think he's uh I lost the word. I'm just gonna say, do you think he's petty enough to stage his own shooting? I heard. So I seen somebody online
I think
right
that's
there. I
crazy
was gonna
because
ask
the
you.
nigga got hit. It's not like he just had somebody spray. Like somebody
I was
really got
thinking that
hit.
too. I was like, damn. I was like, nigga really got hit. Like, I
Like
was like,
yeah.
you think he staged that?
So like the stuff
I
with
seen
Kendrick,
30 tweets
like
though.
somebody was there's a couple of counters to that people brought up that were good counters. Um, First one is being like when he said in the song, the people you're getting the info from is clowns. They were like, wouldn't he be just talking about himself if that's the case? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's a way to look at it, but I even hate to put my cape on for this situation because I feel like it's kind of cringe to put my cape on for this. But think
Mm.
about it. If me and you are beefing, and I know people who know people that you know, and I tell them like, "Yo, go feed this story to so and so because you know so and so is gonna go run back to Moeblak and tell him the story." Then technically, the people he's getting the info from is clowns, right? And it's not you
Okay.
because I gave the
I
info to
mean, yeah.
somebody else who I knew was gonna run to you with the
That's
info.
that's 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 one perspective, just like the other is a perspective. So I feel
Yeah,
I see both. I see both.
because I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
Kendrick did was definitely saying shit like, "Is OVO working for me?" And then the other angle somebody brought up was which
But
at
that
that
was
sense you know he thinks he's buying it. He think he got the shit. He was really buying into the fact that he was getting correct info from OVO. But the second thing people were bringing up was like, do you think he would have told niggas to tell Kendrick he's a pedophile? And I instantly debunked that because think about the
no, that's
internet. They've been talking about him and people like Millie Bobby Brown and shit like that for a couple years now. So it's like OVO didn't have to tell him this shit for somebody to bring up these pedophile jokes. Like he didn't have
right.
to
Yeah.
get the 11-year-old daughter. Yeah, that's something you would have to get fed. Like where did you get that from? Like out of nowhere. But the pedophile shit, you could just get that from looking at the internet. And somebody posted tweets of people back a while saying a lot of the lines that Kendrick said in Not Like Us. So basically, they're saying Kendrick got his lines from old tweets from other people, random people.
What do you think about all that Metro Boomin tweets and all that shit?
That's weird and creepy, but I don't know how
And
old
the
he was
BBL,
and who
I
he was
think
talking
the
to. There's a
BBL
whole bunch
Drizzy
of
shit was kind of the
that.
BBL Drizzy beat was kind of fire.
BBL Drizzy might be the funniest moment of the whole beef.
Yeah,
Like
that is hilarious.
he, like
That
I
was
said
that
to
was
you,
fire.
Mo, he told this nigga shut the fuck up and go make some drums. My nigga did that and made a
Nah,
banger out of it.
facts.
And he got a whole fucking nation making freestyles to this shit, right? Metro Boomin did what he was supposed to do, especially because he wasn't gonna rap. So,
For real.
but
Excuse me, yeah, I got the fucking New York City. I know New York is loud.
I will say I still feel like Euphoria is a better diss track than Not Like Us. Just Not Like Us is a way better vibe.
What's wait? Say that again.
Euphoria is a better diss track, but Not Like Us is a way better vibe.
Euphoria, yo, yeah, Euphoria. You know what? Euphoria, he did kind of give me when I think back. He did kind of give me what I want. Give
He
me
was
some energy on that.
grittier on Euphoria.
Like,
On
yeah,
this
yeah,
one, he was
yeah.
like
He
really
was.
just bopping. Like you could
Yeah,
see the game plan was to do a Drake, was to get the banger,
yeah.
and he did that. There's
So
lines in this
what do you
song
think?
that I'm just like, what the fuck does this even mean? Like the beat your ass and hide the Bible while God, if God's watching, I was like, what's so crazy about that? Like he just made up some
It's
shit
just,
that you
but you
guys
know
made
what?
it
It's
like
not a
try to make
crazy
it deep.
ball, but it's the way he say it.
Yeah,
It's
it
the way he
is,
say it,
but
like
he really
like
says
grimy
nothing.
rap.
Like
And if you really think about it, where the fuck you gonna hide the Bible if God sees?
he said to the people that Drake called us slaves, called black people slaves, and it's not what he said. Like that's
I
not what he
mean,
said.
a lot of
But there
people,
was
a lot of
misconstruing
people
going
really
on
felt
in
like
both
Drake.
sides.
A lot of people felt like Drake. I felt like majority of the culture. I'm gonna say it like that. Felt like Drake was disrespectful.
But we
You know what I'm
discussed that
saying?
last video, and I didn't feel like it was that
Hey,
crazy. I think you had said you didn't feel like it was
you
that
heard that
crazy.
line from the what he said, you rapping like you free the slaves.
If you're
That
trying to
line
free
from
the
Drake. How you
slaves.
felt about that?
Honestly, I felt like he he's not lying. Kendrick gives no. Honestly,
That's
look,
the same thing.
Kendrick. Look, me being a very big
We
Kendrick
said the
Lamar,
same
me
thing.
being a very big Kendrick Lamar fan, Kendrick Lamar gives off like like Nat Turner hip hop vibe.
Nigga said that. Nigo
I
said,
mean,
Sink said he got a song called Kuta.
King
Yeah,
Kunta, yeah, like it's in the
Nigga,
pudding, bro. Like, sorry.
he gives you like very black empowerment hip hop vibe. Like
you know.
And he
I mean, but
leaned.
you know,
that would
That's a
go
good
here's
way
the
to put
thing.
it
Here's
because
the thing.
that's what I was saying. He
We're,
leaned into though. He was leaning into that.
exactly.
we're not saying is anything wrong with it. We're just saying Drake wasn't wrong with
Yeah,
certain things.
Like that's
You know
really
what
the
I'm saying?
vibes he
Like,
gives off.
you know.
but he called nobody a slave by saying that. Stop
Exactly. Not
Yeah, I didn't think
not
that
one
either.
person.
I didn't think he called anybody slave. I
that. And
mean,
that's one of
again,
the.
if y'all disagree, feel free to like leave a comment or
Oh,
just
definitely,
whatever.
definitely. It's,
But
you're free to disagree, but I definitely
this
feel
is
like he was leaning into that for
yeah.
sure, man. Making sure that it almost became somewhat of a race war, and I was like, why, why?
Because that's like saying people forgot he dropped the whole the I album. That was the the vibe on that album. Or was it the damn album?
I know Mr. Morale is kind of like that. If
Yeah,
I is
exactly.
like, which one is I though?
That's the vibe he gives on that too.
Damn is kind of, I wouldn't say really like that, but it's definitely more like thoughtful and like woke. Damn is definitely a
Exactly.
little more woke with a couple bops. It got a couple bops. So they're not like bangers, but that like that loyalty,
Listen,
loyalty. That's up
I know
there.
for a fact Kendrick Lamar got the biggest because like I
He got
said,
him.
I'm
Yeah,
not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but I like the bopping. So I was just listening to them earlier,
yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It's evident like from songs that I just come across and won't play again. Is that you know what I'm saying? Some of the bobs he gives up. The bar that Drake said, you know what I mean? To me, it was a bar. You know what? The most offensive shit to me in this whole battle and shit like that was the pedophilia shit without concrete evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna label, I feel like you that with concrete evidence, you just
And I had a weird. I got a question about
and,
that stuff
but you
too
know what's
because it's
crazy
kind of
though? In
weird.
that bar, what happened?
I got a question about that because that scenario is very weird because like in certain places the consent is 18, some places it's 17, some places whatever ages it is wherever it's at. So my brain
Yeah,
went to
somebody had wrote that
what
teenage.
if the age of consent is younger in a place because people do this all the time where they go somewhere that's not where they're from and they're not really thinking about how the laws differ here. Um, like, yeah, you should get punished if you're doing some nasty shit. Definitely, if you're being the creepy old creepster and shit like that, get them out of here. But where do you draw the line with when there's so many differences in the laws? Because if it's different one place and it's done in another, and somebody doesn't take that into consideration and they make a misstep,
I think
now they're in
it's just
trouble.
that's like the law like you know what I'm saying.
There should just be one
And I think
flat. There should just be one flat age, so there's no confusion. One.
now there should be, but I also think there's just a underlying like yeah, like just a moral like kind of that everybody is sort of kind of enforcing, like you know what I'm saying, like they're saying like that's what this whole thing about, like you know, especially the shit with Baca, like you know what I'm saying, like because Baca got actual charges. So what I was
Mm-hmm.
about to say too, like that line right there, like he used Baca case to fill that certified lover boy, you know
Yeah,
what
to
I'm saying?
back
'Cause that
up
was
the pedophilia
yeah,
stuff.
you know
Like,
what I'm
yo, if
saying.
he's
So
rocking with
like,
niggas like
I
this,
even
why would
feel
he not
like
do this?
that wasn't really like to like Drake, but it was to Drake saying like, nigga, you hanging around,
So
you
you
are who
might
you
be a
hang
creep
around with.
too.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
exactly.
that type of rule. So, but like again though, like he did come with the concrete evidence on Bach. I mean, he didn't have to. Like the whole world seen it after that. But like, it's just that if you're gonna associate this man you're battling with that, then you better have concrete evidence. I feel like that was like
There is a
the part.
line I want to bring up real quick before we get to the heart. Whenever we get to that, where he said, "You have so many ops. Really, there's so many options. I'm about to pass on his body like John Stockton." What do
I
you
like that.
perceive but what do you perceive that he's saying right there? If he's passing up on the body, is he also not kind of saying he's done or
I guess
potentially
so.
done? Cause like
Oh well,
there's
I mean,
so
I
many
guess.
other
Well,
ops, there's so
I
many
guess.
options. Like I could just let one of these other. He's basically saying I could just let one of these other niggas get you now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that. Or he was saying, in a way, he was saying he know he not fucking with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I like that line because that was like one of the Grammy lines. I felt like that because if you know John Stockman, he always passed. You know what I'm saying?
I
He
get
just
it.
hides his sister. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was like more the Grammy lines. Like he's saying like nigga like this is about to like on that line on that whole song he's saying like this is about to be an easy body like you're not listening to me like this is an easy body like you know what I'm saying like
I
so that
only
and that's
asked
what
that
I
because
didn't think it was easy body but you know what I'm saying that's what he's saying like
I only asked that because everybody's giving Drake hell for sounding like he's waving the white flag, and I'm like, both of them kind of said they're like kind of over this shit in a sense. So
yo
like,
I can say what else
like,
crushed Drake on that song what that whole ATL scheme that shit was crazy I ain't even gonna hold you
I didn't like the
that
end
was
with the colonizer line because I'm like,
it
damn,
was
like there
yeah
he
like
goes
the whole
again,
like
Kelly
yeah
giving
like
him the fucking.
that was
That was insane.
that was
But he
intense. I
definitely
ain't
dug
even gonna
at him though. He definitely got at him
that
with
was
the whole
intense.
shit.
Cause he even started like this the real nigga challenge. Like and then he's like, let me break it down. And I'm like, where's he going with it?
And then he showed
Then
you
the
what he
nigga
was
yeah, then he named all these rappers and then you start to think about it, you
Said
like,
you ain't a colleague,
God
you a
damn it.
colonizer. And I'm like, ooh, but I'm like,
You
damn, you
like,
digging at the
God
race thing
damn,
again.
son.
Like, come
Yeah.
on, like
So
those are
that
the
really
weak
that
jabs to me
really
when he digs at the race. But
yeah.
you know,
But yeah, we could get into the heart though. Let's jump into that. You wanna jump that off? Let's jump in more into that. Saying
uh, where do you really begin with the heart? Honestly, it wasn't a banger, but it was like more like some just regular Drake shit. Like honestly, this was like just some more your typical everyday Drake shit, like just some
saying,
like
like it, but
chatting shit. Honestly, um,
yeah, I mean, he was definitely talking to him. Like, nah, but he was talking to him on some grown man shit.
yeah, and it was definitely more on the defensive side, but I felt like it was because he hadn't really responded to a lot of the shit that Kendrick was saying, other than just calling him a liar and saying you ain't got the proof. So he was more blatantly like going into details on why the shit is incorrect. Um, I did enjoy the part where he was like, "Yo, I'm a fucking war veteran." If people were kind of just looking at it like he was just trying to boast himself up, but he's basically saying like, "No, nigga, I really planned this out the moment I knew it was really war." Like all the stars and stripes and shit like that. And then he gets into the whole thing about how we planted the mole and stuff like that. And I'm like, honestly, like I said earlier, I don't put it past him to have done that. And if it is true he did that, he should get points for that, like a good amount of points for thinking that far ahead and having that out there. Even though Kendrick did best him at the end, because
That was a cool scheme.
I
That
think
was a cool
Kendrick just
scheme.
pivoted really well. I think that's all it is that Kendrick pivoted really well.
What
But
I really liked about the art was the rebuttals. Like that was a rebuttal right there.
they killed him for the Epstein shit, and I was like, what else was he supposed to do? Just let that rock or just not say nothing about it? You know, like how else do you respond to it?
I mean, I that was that was okay. Some of the things he addressed, I feel like, even that Bobby Whitney thing, like you had said,
That was
like
all pretty.
I feel like every time he had mentioned Whitney, he played off Kendrick's wife.
I think that's the only
So
reason
this
why he
time,
said Millie Bobby Brown because I was like, that is a really weird line right there, and it was
yeah,
just
yeah, the Millie.
another
That's what I meant to say.
Bobby
The Millie
Whitney
Bobby, yeah,
play. That I think that's all it was.
yes. So I was like, I don't know if he was like trying to like throw it all in there. That's what I meant to say. Her name, I forgot.
Millie Bobby
Said it.
Brown.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it. Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to really figure out why he said that. But I don't.
No clue. I think it was just another
Yeah.
Bobby Whitney play. That's it.
Yeah, and that's why I said Bobby Whitney because I was like, is he doing that? I'm trying.
People were
I don't
picking
know.
apart his A minor, B sharp, D flat, D major line.
Somebody had rebutted that on Twitter and said,
I guess B sharp's not an actual note because it's considered a C, but it is technically a B sharp. Like
yeah. I
someone,
said, what the fuck?
like y'all
I
digging
said,
too deep there. But like I said,
no.
it's the LeBron thing. Even when he gives you a good line, niggas dig for a reason to be like that line's whack. Like so.
But when they broke it down that way, I was like, what the fuck?
That was LeBron scoring .36, and niggas were like, ah, but he lost or some shit like that. He only had 5 assists that night. What? Like, but yeah, but like he was rapping. Those are the type of tracks that I told you in the first video that he's afforded to do that I felt like Kendrick was not afforded to do. Slower, just talking to you tracks like that. I was like, Kendrick can't get
Yeah.
on that type of time because it's gonna get slow for him. And even though Meet the Grams was impactful, he got slower, and it kind of came and went right, and then got disproven afterwards.
Yeah. You're right about that. I had said the same thing. I was like, Kendrick got to pick it up.
He got to stay gritty, and when the songs he
Yeah.
was gritty really hit hard. And I was like, Drake
Euphoria
can
was
come into this
Euphoria.
slow pace because that's where Drake really is like his best at. I feel like,
Yeah,
and he's
people
just
gonna listen to
floating.
him when he break it down like that. And shit.
hmm But
And that's how you know. And that's how, like we said earlier, that's how you know that's his pen.
two lines in this beef in these last two tracks that really didn't make sense to me was him saying the line about I don't even want beef with you no more. It feeds your whatever you normally do, basically your habits. Basically, he said. Because I'm like, if he's a woman abuser and you're saying you don't want to beef with him anymore because you're feeding his habits, are you calling yourself a bitch, sir? And
Like
then
word,
Kendrick
nah,
said something in Not Like Us where he said, um, B B is for bitch and you're Malibu's most wanted. And I was like,
I didn't understand
he
that.
said B rad is for bitch. And I was like, wait, what? Since what? How is B rad for
Oh,
bitch? I'm like, what?
that's what he meant by that.
No, I think he says B rad is for bitch and you're
He
Malibu's
said
most
B, yeah,
wanted.
some shit like that. You're mad, and I'm just like,
And I'm like, B
yeah, I
rad?
heard that line too.
What?
I was like, what the
How?
fuck? Like you just throwing that in there, like
Yeah,
you just
these niggas were at a point where they were just like kind of throwing fumes at us and shit like that.
yeah, like oh yeah, they gonna like this. They gonna like this.
Like they were just
Like,
getting lines off just any way they could at this point. Almost like battle rap, like URL type shit. Just getting lines off at this point. But almost on that Kanye West shit where he's like, shit's so real, I be feeling Israeli or whatever he said. Like that's not how you
yo,
say that, but
speaking
whatever.
of battle rap though, a lot of battle rappers have sided with, even with the not like us.
But who?
A lot of battle rappers, they had sided with Drake. I seen
I
on
did
Twitter. They
notice
had
that.
sided with Drake
I did notice that. I
because
don't know
they
who it was specifically, but I seen a lot of people talking about that too. And I seen Gilly.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if Gilly's trolling, but Gilly's been saying been with Drake
Gilly's
too.
been going on. He went
I
off a
feel like
little
he's
bit.
trolling.
Yeah, he's going off too hard, right? He's going
Yeah, I feel like he's trolling. Like he's too geeked when he's saying this shit.
like calm down, Gilly.
Yeah, buddy. He's like, yo, this guy's killing him, and he got the big grits grin on and shit like that. I'm
Like
like,
yo,
is he
relax.
really doing? He's really feeling it this great? Like he's feeling a feeling of euphoria right now.
Word. That nigga was on one night. You definitely read about it. That nigga was.
Yeah, I know Joe
But
Budden
like
wasn't
yeah, like
feeling it. That nigga
some
Joe
people
was
still
definitely on
sided with
Kendrick's
Drake
side.
though. Some people still sided with Drake. You know what I
Did
mean?
you happen to see
Like
the
Drake.
video with Academics and DJ Head that I sent you?
I started to watch some of it. I ain't
One of the most biased conversations I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like West Coast
Yeah, I know
niggas
DJ
talk
Head
about
was.
Kendrick like '90s niggas talk about Michael Jordan.
Hey man, that's the shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like you know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
even mad about it, but it's just like that nigga. He was up there talking to Act, and he was literally saying like Drake did nothing hot throughout this whole fucking beef. Kendrick has been killing this nigga left, right, every move, and I'm like, nothing hot, nothing at all.
I mean, you know they going. I mean, some people, like some people from the West Coast, they gonna feel that way.
I
You know
feel
what I mean?
like
Like they gonna.
I feel like Drake has missed in less rounds than Kendrick. Is just Kendrick has the bigger hits, like the bigger
Yo,
impact.
it's definitely been neck to neck. Like it's been neck to neck, but it's just that last, like you said earlier
I
in the
can't say
momentum
that
of
there's
that
a
last.
whack Drake round. Is there a whack Drake round so far?
No, not
Like
to me,
even
to
if it's
you.
Tailor Made was not whack. They trying to act like it was, but it was not whack. Like
Taylor made. We had talked about Taylor made too earlier. We like that was the only ones that we had talked to. Like it was like
it was
they like
light, but it
the
wasn't whack.
yeah they like
Yeah.
the off tracks. That and 16 in LA. Yeah, saying they like
Yeah,
the
and I feel like
they like
what I'm saying. I felt like in
those are the
terms of
real life
that,
tracks.
that's a
Those
round
are the
where Kendrick had a misstep and didn't like really do nothing. 616 in LA, bro. That the bop on that song was gone by the time I got out of work that day. Nobody was
Right, right.
talking
Yeah, me
about that
too.
shit.
Me too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
But yeah, that and that's exactly why we said Kendrick couldn't keep doing that shit because he would have lost. If not like us wouldn't have dropped the way it dropped, like you know what I'm saying, the beat how we said, and if it was
mhm.
any other song, Kendrick would have lost. Because if he would
Yeah,
have dropped part six, still that song would have probably beat out any song Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Would
not
have
like
spit
us
slow.
would have still hit, but it wouldn't have hit like it's doing right now if it came out after
Yeah,
the Heart
yeah,
Part
yeah.
Six. Yeah.
Not like us got the white people doing fucking Mickey Mouse dance.
Sometimes you gotta
Right.
pop out and show niggas certified boogeyman. I'm the one who went to skull with him. Like he was
Yeah,
going, he
yeah,
was
nah, yo, he came,
floating,
yo,
bro.
he came out for the West Coast on that shit, and I give him his props. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going front. I give him his props on that because, like I said, we don't hear that from Kendrick Lamar, and for him to even like, nigga, you going against Compton? Let me show you.
Word.
And the nigga said, and nigga, without a doubt, like nigga, he showed him,
Man,
like you know what I'm saying, like
I'm not gonna lie, my
so.
boy Drizzy do sound tired though. He do sound like he thought he killed him with
Yeah,
Family
yeah,
Matters,
yeah.
bro. Like he thought it was
I
done.
told you that's why I had that feeling as well. That's why I had that feeling about hip hop. I was thinking about. I'm like work thinking. I'm like kept listening to the Hard Part Six. I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah, even if it's over right now, I don't think it's like over. I think this is
I
more
just
real
felt like
from beginning.
he was tired. Like he was tired. Like I felt like the allegations, like you know what I'm saying, was just beginning to get to him.
I was tired,
Like
I'll tell you that much. It was a
yeah, and me too.
nigga, it
I
was
told
a
you all that
constant
messy
looking at
right
my
there.
phone like, damn, did somebody drop, bro? Like for a whole weekend. Like shit. I was exhausted that they were just dropping repetitively like that, man. We need a break too. And in the first video, I told you we would eventually get to a capacity, and if they just stopped making music, we wouldn't even care because we would be at a
Yeah.
point where we were just like, they gave
Yep.
us
Yep. Yep.
enough, and they did. They
And
they
they
reached
did.
it.
And they did. They did. They did. They did. So, thank you, thank you, Kendrick Lamar, and
And I
thank you,
think it
Drake.
was like this because they were so fast paced with it. Like battles and beefs are not normally this fast paced.
Nah, and that's what made it exciting. Like nigga, I just remember I was at work seeing it drop. I text you, then like a couple minutes later, this drop, and that shit dropped. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going
Yo,
on?
there was
Next
a
day
point
that
where we
shit
were
dropped.
talking about making a video, what, for Family Matters or something like that. And then
Nigga dropped. We
before
had to
we
switch
were
it up.
like, yeah, we were about to talk about the video. We was like, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna get on. And then boom, we're like, we got to get it out before a new song drops. And then Mo hits me 10 minutes later. We're too late, and then sends me the link to the new song. And I'm like,
Niggas was dropping them shits too
For
fast, bro.
real.
Niggas
yo,
was
these
dropping them
niggas
shits.
was really out here playing speed chess. You know how the niggas be playing chess in the park with the thing that the guy hit the button and then the other nigga
Yeah.
goes.
Hell yeah.
They was really out there on that type of timing with this shit. Like, so like I can't hate on one side or the other. Like I said earlier, rap wise, song wise, I felt like they kept up with each other. Momentum wise, Kendrick easily won that side of the battle. Easily won that
Yeah, nah,
side of the
yeah.
battle. And I've been watching long ass videos like of like people in the industry talking about this shit. And I can't disagree with nobody really. I feel like almost everybody's opinion is right, except if you're like being super biased. Those are the only people I
Right,
don't
yeah.
agree with.
Yeah, nah, yeah. Cause you even this is a clear. I feel like this is clear. Like you gotta break your bias.
Hmm.
Like
Like I
cause
obviously
off
was
the
on the side
moment.
of Drake at a point, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want my boy Drizzy to win. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm fine with whatever outcome it was because we got heat from both sides.
Nah,
For
hell yeah,
real.
yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. I'm
and,
not
and
even mad
niggas
at
do
him.
need to thank Drake. Like he said at the end of the song, he was like, I'm grateful that I could be the nigga to get you to rap consistently and get music to your fans finally.
Like word, nah, facts. Yep.
And there's been
Yep.
people
And
who
I
have
think
literally
he
said
be
he don't do this, so
on my
thank
bad.
you.
I think he Drake because he be playing with me.
Huh?
Cool.
He Kendrick Lamar be playing with me all
Oh,
this every 5 years dropping. I think put his pen to some.
shout out to Drizzy.
Yeah, that's what he. So I mean, Drizzy did do that. He got that nigga on a consistent week of just dropping shit. So like, hey, he did do
Shout out to
that.
Drizzy. Shout out
Because
to
I don't think
Kendrick.
anybody else was getting that kind of attention out of him other than J Cole. And he was trying to imply that Drake was really sending shots at J Cole, and no, he wasn't. Yeah, he said his name twice, but he was not sending shots at Cole.
You know what? I got one final thought, and then nah, I'm gonna say if Cole, if this was a rap battle, like where it was just straight bars, and because now they saying Schoolboy Q had alluded to Cole, like you know what I'm
Get
saying,
up
like
out of there.
this shit, like yeah, because this shit is about the other, like it's more than you know what I'm
It did
saying.
though.
If that's true, if I'm just gonna say if that like whatever if that's true or not, I don't know. But if that didn't happen, like, and if this was a rap battle, like you know what I'm saying, straight bars, and J Cole would have stuck in there, this nigga Kendrick would, and I'm just gonna say it like.
I think Cole would have
I
eventually
feel like.
backed out anyways if he started seeing how hot it was getting. Because I don't think Cole went
Oh
into
no, that's what
this.
I'm saying. That's why I said what I said before. Exclude like if that none of that was happening, like none of that. If this was a rap, like that's rap.
Oh,
Like,
just
you feel what I'm
just
saying?
all three of these niggas going at it.
Yeah,
Like it
let's
just
rap.
eventually
Like yeah,
got there.
if this was a rap battle, like without the spicy, messy, you know what I'm saying, and then all that other stuff, I feel like Cole came out the video, and that's I'm gonna leave it like that.
I'm not even gonna dispute or add to that. I just feel like yeah, Cole would have came out. Cole,
Cole, Drake, or Kendrick,
if Cole was willing to go to that place and do what
or
they were
Kendrick.
doing, if Cole was willing to go to that place and do the type of shit that they were doing, I got Cole. I definitely
He
got
could
Cole
say
also.
he say he going with Kendrick. I got Cole as well though.
I ain't
Yeah, I feel
mad
like
at
he
it.
would have different.
Cat, who you got? Let me stop.
Nah, I mean honestly, because Kendrick's a good pick. Because if it came down to which it probably would have again, but if it came down to like a momentum type, having people behind you type shit, Kendrick just got groups of people behind him. Like woke Black Americans are definitely behind Kendrick Lamar. Like that's a group of people who's behind him.
They
West
got the
Coast is
Tupac state behind him.
the all of the West Coast is behind him,
The West Coast is
excluding
behind.
maybe excluding the game.
How about this? Maybe the game. We don't know
Like I
yet.
don't think he's anti Kendrick, but I think he's loyal enough to Drake that he's just gonna be like, but I'm dissing
Why
Rick
did the
Ross. But
game
I'm
attack
dissing
Rick
Rick
Ross?
Ross for him.
Well, why did the game attack Rick Ross? We do not know, but we're
Maybe,
gonna
maybe
find
yeah,
out.
yeah, he's stepping in for Drake. He's like,
Maybe
you
we'll be
niggas ain't
back
gonna
with that
jump
one.
him. You like, you niggas ain't gonna jump him. You know, Kendrick is cool. I ain't gonna diss Kendrick. He cool, but you other niggas can get caught if you want to.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be back with that
Hey yo,
if that
and that
that jump
tell me that
that goes
wouldn't be
over.
a good beef.
Yeah, but honestly, just like I told my man here, just like I told Ty, man, game is going to chew him up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like game in
Rick
that
Ross is
mode
gonna
right there,
outflex
like
him,
that.
but Game is gonna outrap him.
Yeah, that game in that mode, like battle, like nigga, I want your head. Next,
Somebody was like, in reference to this, they were like, I want this XYZ game. And I instantly got a little ticked because I'm like, who says they want battle rap beef game and they don't say, I want 300 bars in running game? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
300 bars in one game was
that's
how
the
do you
first thing
how do you not revert to
yeah,
saying that's the game
that's
you
what you're
want?
supposed
Like,
to refer to. Yeah, on the
somebody
free,
said
yeah.
some other this song he did, and I'm like,
Nigga, you want the 300 bars?
I want that nigga
But yeah,
going on for 33 minutes, bro. Like, what the fuck?
exactly.
yo, that boy, yo, we'll see
Take
how
me
that
back to
plays out though.
2008, bro. Like, do some crazy shit. Give me another
But
One
yeah,
Blood.
y'all. Yo, you stupid. But yeah, y'all, that's it right there. There y'all go. We got it. We wrapping it up. Blak and Cinco. What's this? Round three. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar is
The
well, we don't
potential
know.
end. The potential
Yeah,
end.
but it's the potential end. Right now, it's sleeping. We gonna leave it like
Yeah,
that.
this
You know
might
what
go
I'm
on a hiatus like an anime and come back in like 5 years, bro.
It
Don't be
might, you know what I'm
surprised.
saying? Yo, because honestly, if Drake allows the momentum of not like us to die down a little bit, he comes with a banger, he might just make him come back.
Let me drop a final thought real quick though. At the end of the day, I feel like this battle did nothing really for either's career. Like they're both gonna do the same numbers they were gonna do. Drake is gonna drop, and the numbers are gonna be there. The hits are gonna be there. Kendrick's gonna drop. The people who support him are gonna do the same things that they do all the time. So it was great for us. We really are the winners here. But that was more a bragging rights thing. I feel like at the end of the day, no matter how intense it got, because nobody stopped.
Yeah,
Neither was stopping the other's shine. Like
right about that. You're right about that. I agree with that. Fine.
I'm happy we got that.
All
But yeah,
right, y'all,
man.
we out of here.
Catch y'all on the flip.
Nico, send us out with that. You already know. He does this again at the end. Sometimes I don't know what he's gonna do. Wait here. Last time he got
The
mad, bro.
end.
Peace out. All right, sick.
I couldn't think of no cool beat.
Nigga,